viewers. I'm Karen Pereira from Times of India, and with me today is director Emma Sullivan of the live action series One Piece. Hello, director. How are you this evening?
I'm very well, thank you very much. It's the morning here in London. It's lovely to talk to you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And One Piece has opened to critical acclaims. Fans are loving it. Can you share some of the feedback that affirm the success of this adaptation?
Well, I think the numbers have been amazing. It's been incredible seeing how many millions of views and the lovely feedback and reviews that we've had. And it's been a huge relief as well because you really want people to love it. So I think we're delighted and very relieved that it's gone down well.
So, how did you approach One Piece to ensure, that it honors the source manga material and also appealing to a broader audience who may not have been a part of this journey?
I think that is hugely down to our showrunners, who are Steve Mader and Matt Owens, because Matt Owens is a massive One Piece fan. He's been, he's a manga fan. He's never seen without manga t-shirts on. And I think it's really super important to them to honor Oda Sensei's work. It's also important to people in my family, like my sons, my nephews. They all love One Piece. So I think it's very, very important that we have to do it justice.
Okay.
And I guess reading the mangas and figuring out why everybody loves it so much is the first port of call.
Over the past few weeks towards its release, there have been reports that says Mr. Oda, the creator of this manga series, has played a significant role in bringing this whole series to life. Can you share and elaborate maybe on your collaboration with him?
Well, unfortunately, because of the writer's strike, it's really Matt and Steve who will be going to and fro from Tokyo, but they would be in constant contact. I know Oda would have read the scripts, he would have had feedback on the scripts, certain things that got adapted, he would have approval of. But also, once we got our cuts of our episodes, like my episodes 3 and 4, there were certain scenes that he wanted adjusted. So we had a fight scene between Quina and young Zoro, and he wanted them to redo it without kendo masks on because we couldn't see their faces. So we reshot the scene. So he definitely had a say on everything.
Okay, so speaking about the casting, like fans have been raving about how the actors perfectly fit the role. Can you share some insight on bringing these particular talents and weighing such a big project on their shoulders?
I know that they literally looked all around the world. So our cast is wonderfully multinational in that, Kiki's from Mexico, Taz is actually from Tenerife, although he sounds British. And then we've got, McKenyu's like Japanese American. So we've got this really wide range, and they are absolutely perfect for their characters. Lovely bunch of actors. What was your question again?
How did how did you all with the directors help these young talents bring these characters to life on screen?
Well, they are all very committed, and they've all done all their homework, very huge amounts of research into them. They're all fans. For example, Kiki's read all of One Piece. He's completely involved in it, but at the same time he was only 18 when he was shooting, so it's a huge responsibility on a young man's shoulders to be on set, up at 5, 4 every morning, on set all day, in all the scenes. But they were very supportive of each other, and I think the nice thing with someone like Iñaki, he had his mum there. His mum is brilliant. We have to give a shout out to the mothers. You can't do anything without your mum.
Yeah, totally agree. And also, were there any specific story arcs from the manga that you were most excited to bring to this live action format?
I think my arc that I did was the Syrup Village arc. So you do get excited about your own. I was jealous though that I didn't get to do the Sanji Baratier arc, because the Baratier set was amazing. You know, this huge ship with this bar in the front of it. So I was quite jealous of Tim. And then I was also jealous of Joseph's block because he had Cocoa Village. And again, the sets were so beautiful. So, but at the same time, there's something to do in all of our episodes. And I really enjoyed Kaya's Mansion. So I really enjoyed the fact that I had to genre story this horror elements, that I could really make it scary and dark and threatening, which was fun. I sound mad, but it's fun.
Horror. Fans were, over the moon about how Captain Kuro, he's the essential One Piece villain. But in this particular live action format, you got this horror element in his arc. What was that like exploring in this particular series?
For me, that's so much fun because you have to make the audience feel something, and it usually involves moving the camera in certain ways. And obviously there are many brilliant directors who I draw from that, you know, make us scared, like, you know, Bong Joon-ho, like in Parasite, and then David Lynch, you know, and you know, there's so many fun things you can do with the camera, and that's always exciting, like slowly tracking or following characters down corridors or bringing the shutters down and making the light disappear. And Alex, who plays Kuro, was just so much fun. He was so much fun. But those blades, you know, how you use those blades, it's very kind of visual. You know, if you could start getting quite handsy, you know, if you had those on your hands. It's good. It's fun. It's very choreographed. But yeah, it's good. It's a lot of fun doing horror.
Now, since season 2 has already been announced, will we see you back maybe on the director's seat for some more episodes?
I hope so. I would love to do it again. It's so much fun doing it, and I love the cast. The crew in South Africa is amazing. So I hope so. Crossed fingers. We just have to get the strikes all sorted out, and then hopefully everybody will get back to work.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned that that your sons are a fan of this series. Any characters? Many major characters are yet to be explored in this one. Which ones are they most excited to see come on screen?
I think my son is very interested in Smoker, there's a little tip off at the end of the season. And he's like, oh, Smoker's good. Smoker's really good. But I think there are loads. And there were times when I was saying, when we were watching it, and I was saying to him, you know, they're fishmen. They're, you know, you can't beat a fishman. And he was like, there's so much stronger enemies to come. So I think there's just tons to draw from, isn't there?
You know, apart from One Piece, is there some other manga series which you are most keen to explore, maybe in live action format in the future?
Oh, I don't know, Karen. I'm a director for hire. I like doing a bit of everything.
Okay, thank you so much. It was so lovely speaking with you, and can't wait to see
Karen.
more of your work.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me as well. Have a lovely day.